Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is super exciting because I'm finally going to be shooting another merchandising video. I'm going to get to that in a second, but first I want to say this is also going to be the first video that I am shooting with my new phone, which I'm super excited about. It was time for an upgrade, so I upgraded to the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and I'm really excited about the camera quality and just hopefully having better quality videos and putting them out there for you guys, so I'm super excited about that. Also, hope you guys are all doing well. I know this is a tough time, so I'm trying to put out as much content as I can to kind of distract you guys, take your mind off things. We'll have some fun. It's gonna be great. So for today's merchandising video, kind of like merchandising at home, so mainly like doing mock-ups of displays. And I'm like, okay, so my wheels start turning. I'm trying to think, how can I execute this in my own home? And my first thought was to go to this fixture behind me, which is this really big bookcase. And I figured I could merchandise like knickknacks and things like that, but what I'm going to do is clear out the shelves and merchandise women's clothing. Now, it's going to be difficult because ideally I would like to have a couple areas of the fixture hanging some shirts. But because it's a bookshelf and you can easily remove the shelves, there's like nothing I can put in between the shelves to create that like hanging for clothes. So maybe I'll figure it out while I'm doing this, maybe not, but that was kind of my idea. If you don't see anything hanging at the end of this video, just know that like I couldn't decide on anything on how to execute that. But I thought this would be a fun idea to just merchandise along with me and see kind of how I do things. And this isn't like a perfect example of how to do it, but just given, you know, certain material or subject matter, this is what I would do. And I'm going for women's clothing, minimal, neutral kind of look. And with using those types of items with this fixture, I envisioned something kind of like something you would see in a really cool boutique store in like New York or something. And my mind automatically goes to like Schitt's Creek, like David Rose's Rose Apothecary store. I'll insert a picture of that if you guys haven't seen the show, but just kind of like a feel like that, I think. So I'm excited to execute that, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys the rundown and let you know what I'm going to do in today's video. So I'm really looking forward to it. If you've been enjoying all these videos that I've been putting out lately, please give it a thumbs up. It supports me big time. And don't forget to subscribe, as I've been posting videos quite frequently lately. And let's go ahead and get started and start merchandising. All right, you guys, so this is the fixture I am redoing temporarily for this video. I'm going to be removing books, adding props, adding women's clothing and accessories, and then we're going to come back to it and take a look at it and just kind of talk about what I did, why I did what I did, and just talk about styling touches and things like that. So let's go and get started. I'll clean. The one thing I do want to say is, as far as props go, I have another black candle upstairs and I think I'm going to use that too. So I'm going to leave these here as props. But this is the only thing that I'm keeping on the shelf because I think I'm going to use this. So I'm going to go upstairs now, select some items, come back down and start to merchandise. Guys, I finished. This is so cool. I've never ever done anything like this before, so this is really neat. It is gonna look a little bare, which was kind of the look that I was going for, but again, this is like all my own clothes, and I'm just trying to mock up something that I would do personally if I had my own boutique or like store, things like that. So yeah, I wanted to stick with like neutrals, obviously, and very minimal, and so I have a bunch of cream sweaters. I have a lot of neutrals in general because they're just safe and they're so easy and they're just like cozy looking. But I wanted to do something that had character, that was neutral. So let's talk about it a little more. I'll bring you guys closer. All right, guys, so I'll include a couple shots like surrounding it too, or like in each cubby so you can get more of a feel for it. But I think in merchandising, it's really important to kind of balance out clothing or whatever your product is with props. So I just took a bunch of neutrals, like the first things I could get my hands on. So I have a bunch of sweaters. Honestly, this is like 95% sweaters. I have a ton of sweaters. I have some tan boots. I even stole a pair of Kalani's tan boots to include in this. And then as far as props go, like I said from earlier, I had those 2 black candles that I wanted to include that I think look great. I have a couple classic books here that I thought would really kind of spruce it up and add some originality to it. And I think with merchandising, that's something that I really like to look for. So when I do go into those kinds of like boutiques and smaller stores that aren't corporations, I think there's more of an originality and like an independent voice with it. And I like the signature like touches that you're not gonna find in like every Apple store or like a Target, which I love Target dearly. But as far as merchandising goes, there's a lot more of an art that goes into it at different stores, and you learn to notice that and appreciate that, you know, when you go around and look at them more. I included the chess set that Kalani and I have been playing a lot. I think this actually just flows so well. I'm pretty proud of myself right now, actually. If you guys hate it, this is gonna be so embarrassing. But if you look at this, you kind of get a vibe for the store that I'm imagining, and I can't really think of one off the top of my head. So I added in some other things that stores like this, boutiques like this might have, which are like books for sale. They might have like goat milk soaps or special bath salts or cool little jars or things like that. And then it turns into like a whole experience, and then it seems almost more appealing to shop because it looks so unique. So it is a little different because I was not able to hang anything with this. I thought I could remove these shelves and I can't, but just kind of like get a vibe for the feeling that I'm going for right now. You know, extremely minimal, very neutral. I like that I included all the neutrals, the sweaters, you know, very minimal stacks again, because it's just my clothing. I'm not actually in a store doing this right now. So I like the personality to it, the originality to it. I included like the chess set, some boots up here, and it's balanced too. Like you don't want to have everything right next to each other, because if there were a ton of props in one corner, it wouldn't look good. You need to like I'm not crazy about these two next to each other, which I'll show you guys in another clip down here. I'm not crazy about these two things right next to each other, but they kind of work because they're so different. So I'm gonna leave those the way they are, because it doesn't look terrible, but it's not my favorite thing because again, balance is like really key. So I have the books up here, I have shoes, I have a chest set, I have a pajama set, sweaters, and I think all in all this just actually looks a lot cooler than I thought it was going to. And I have these tan shoes, kind of like some boldness to it too, which I really, really like. I like, I love this skirt. First of all, it's like one of my favorite autumn skirts. I wear it all the time when it's fall. Let me move over to this side. All sorts of hues of a neutral. I'm just so proud of this. I think it looks so cool. I think it just, I know the look that I wanted. So I'm kind of going off of an image in my head of what I'm trying to put together, but I'm also putting my own touch to it. So personally, it's like, I would love to see something like this. I would love to see a candle and a prop that's like some fake flowers that are in season, or like this, because I think this just adds a little bit of rusticness to it. It has like that rustic feel to it, including like the tan boots that I also over here included. And I love the candle. I love just like the slight country rustic but minimal sweater cozy PNW vibe that I have going on. I think that's pretty much what I just tried to go for. I can't really describe exactly the image in my head, but this was it. So it's kind of cool to see. I really like the way this looked out. Now I want to like open my own store. This would be so cool. But I love the simple touches. I love all of the things that I included. I think that they're really great. I hope you guys like this. It's so fun. This was extremely fun to do. If you guys ever want to see something like this again, definitely let me know. Let me know what kind of theme that you would want to see maybe. I'm trying to think of how I could continue doing videos like this, because it's just like all my own stuff that I have in the house. But this was really fun to do, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more as I post videos weekly, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.